So guys, it's Beast, and I'm going to be going over like the new rotations and what the fuck you got to do as a warrior in 5.2 because there's a lot of things changed. And look how pretty it is. It's all rainy in Thunder Bluff today. I'm in Thunder Bluff because fuck all the other places are laggy as fuck on Illidan. But so yeah, I'm going to go over 5.2 changes as a warrior and why warriors are still good and how to play one for the most part. Yeah, so I'm not going to sit here like I said in my other video. If you haven't watched the other video, go watch it now. I go over glyphs and talent changes and explain a couple other things. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, so Sam does a lot of damage, so you should use it all the time. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to hold your hand and be like, tell you all the little buffs we got, all the nerfs we got. You can read. You know, I'm not your mommy. I'm not going to sit here and tell you everything. I'm not going to sit there like everybody else and make a video by reading the patch notes and not explain anything. It's so stupid. Anyhoozle, so let's get into the actual shit. Alright, so as I said in my other video, I'm going to say again. Bladestorm is really good versus Monk teams because, if you didn't notice, Monk's Ring of Peace is OP as fuck. Since Bladestorm cannot be disarmed now, yeah, that's pretty much a way around Ring of Peace, so remember that. I go over a loop. I'm going to go into Bladestorm in a minute once I get down to it. So anyways, let's get into Slam and Overpower. So Overpower and Slam were changed. Overpower has a rage cost, and now Taste for Blood's reworked. So it reduces the cooldown on MS by 0.5 seconds every time you use it. So it makes Overpower decent to cast. But Slam is our top damage ability. You want to use Slam over pretty much everything if you have the rage. There are a few situations when you should overpower on targets that have a lot of parry or dodge or the shit like that. It's pretty good. Or just for, you know, another global filler. You know, you can kind of, you know, run in and slam and slam and slam some more. But for the most part, you want to spam slam. There's not many times you want to get your overpower stacks up so you can kind of spam them, especially with the new Die by the Sword glyph. Right here, Die by the Sword. It increases for every overpower you do. This is only good versus melee teams or melee in general. I would run it if you were doing BGs, but I'm usually talking from an arena standpoint. Die by the Sword, probably you want to use it all the time if you're doing BGs or RBGs because there's always going to be melee. But yeah, Slam. Here's the kind of rotation priority. There's no set rotation PvP. Sort of a priority system, I would call it. It's not like PvE. The priority system would be MS and Colossal Smash are the top two. Like, they're almost equal. MS has a little bit higher because it gives you rage and puts MS. MS, you always want to usually MS first. Colossal Smash does a lot of damage also, but it also increases our damage by a lot because it reduces armor. So you want to keep this up all the time, as much as you can, or save it for windows where you can spam slam or whatever. Overpower is good because it has a little bit less rage cost. I just asked you there. There's gonna be times where you don't have a lot of rage. You kind of just run in there and waddle in and MS, and then you can kind of. I don't. I get overpower proc there. What the fuck? I'm lagging. Oh, that would be why. There we go. Wow, that was fun. Welcome to Illidan. There's some times where you know you can only MS and you don't get a charge, so if you're in defensive stance, usually if you're getting tunneled, you want to use overpower because it costs less rage, so you can kind of use, you know, you get it for free because, you know, you gain 10 rage, you kind of just have to spend for 1, and when you're sitting in defensive stance getting trained, because you have the stance now, you have to be in battle to do any damage. If you sit in defensive stance, you will do no fucking damage. I was complaining about it last season. A lot of warriors would just sit in defensive stance, even if they're not focused. A lot of warriors would just sit there and drool cup in defensive stance, which is so stupid. If, you know, a lot of good warriors will stay in stance, but like a lot of the mediocre warriors will just sit in defensive stance 24/7, which is terrible. If nobody's on you, switch to fucking battle. You get so much more rage. It's stupid. Like, so I'm used to stancing already, but it's a new concept for new warriors. You need to understand, like, if nobody's on you, switch to battle. If you know, it's kind of hard for people to grasp. If you're taking damage, a lot of damage, go to defensive stance. It's not gonna fucking make you godlike like it used to, but you need to do it. You need to gem full resilience. You should have been gemming full resilience since the dawn of time. Gemming full resistance is the way to go. You take no damage. You can play more offensively. pick up blacksmithing, get an extra gem socket in your gloves and bracers. Get jewel crafting, get some more resilience, strength, and PvP resilience gems, and get some socket bonuses. The only socket bonus I don't think I got were these. I didn't get the, yeah, I got most of them besides gloves, belt, and bracers. Not bracers, pants. Everything else I got the socket bonus on. So that's that. Yeah. So, anyways. So, like I said, you want to use slam over overpower when you can. It does the most damage. Definitely only try to use slams when you're bursting. Overpowers are something you can use when you're playing defensively, because you're going to be rage starved a little bit if you're in defensive stance, so it's kind of an alternative to it. Overpowers become free when you use execute, and execute normally doesn't kill the target now unless you have all your cooldowns up and it crits. Execute doesn't do that much damage now, but it does help you with overpower, costing no rage, so it really helps you play better defensively. So if you're sitting in defensive stance and you're still dying, and you get you're starting to win, and you know you're struggling to get picked up, and you're in defensive stance, and you get an execute off, you can just spam your overpowers, and you still want to slam, of course. Slam's only 20 rage, but like I said, the priority system: MS, Colossal Smash, Slam, Overpower, depending on what's going on, and everything else. Heroic Strike, usually only want to use this when you have a fuck ton of rage, like almost a full rage bar. You still want to use it because it's not on a global cooldown, so it's really good for bursting, and then when you have a lot of rage. There will be times you have a fuck ton of rage, a full rage bar. If nobody's on you and you're in battle stance and you're getting slowed every now and then, you get rage from second wind, and you use where is it? If you use the, where the fuck is my glyph? Right here. If you use Bull Rush glyph, you get 35 rage, EMS, and look, you already have like 60 fucking rage, and that's just auto attacking once. So that gives you so much ability to do a lot of damage right now. Like right there, you can slam. You can use slam and heroic strike for a quick little burst. Same thing now, like charge again, you're gonna be fucking almost rage capped. So you definitely want to use heroic strike, especially if you have the ability to stay into battle stance, because you will have a lot of rage. So that's that. Okie dokie. So that explains pretty much the rotation. Also, you have the stance. Positioning is very important as a warrior. You can't just stay in the middle of the field. You have heroic leap. You have intervene. You can intervene to banners to get out of roots. You have shield wall, everything else. So remember that. You want to learn how to kite very well. You have a lot of ability to kite melee really well. Warriors are really good versus melee. They are terrible versus spellcasters. So gotta remember that. Like I said, you're gonna have to switch glyphs and abilities a lot in arena, depending on the comp. Bladestorm isn't always the best. Sometimes you need peels, sometimes you need control. Shockwave's really good. I think I mentioned in my other video, or did I mention this one? I don't know. I made two videos, so I'm kind of confused. The component right here, if you stun a zoo, you stun some pets, yada yada. I think I said in my last video. If you stun like Warlock Imps, Fellstorm, or Imp Swarm, whatever the fuck it's called, and then you got, you know, Hunter's Stampede. If you stun that, that'll give you a 20-second shockwave. It's a TSG, and it's on Holy DK, and there's a warrior next to him, and there's if there's three targets there, it'll give you the 20-second shockwave. But like I said, you're gonna have to change all your glyphs and other stuff. Like, you don't want to use Die by the Sword versus Spellcleave at all. Like, you want to use something that benefits your team or you, because despite what you think, the 20% damage reduction isn't that good. You're going to want to use something better, because no way in hell you're going to be in the middle of the goddamn field spamming your overpowers trying to keep up a 20% damage reduction. You could be LOSing, negating all damage. So, yeah. I'm going to try to keep this video short. And if you have any questions, go in the comments. Live streams also in the description. Yada yada. Leave it in the fucking comments if you have any questions. I didn't go over everything. So, yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.